minute. But it's just great to be with you, man. This is United Gospel Explosion TV, the Good News TV show. And if you're waiting for me to start preaching, it's going to be through the good works that we're doing. But right here, I mean, I guess the biggest thing you can say is the tree, the fruit don't fall that far from the tree. So I got Baby J in here now with that big old beard. I should call him Papa J, and I'll be Baby J.
That works too. Whatever flows for you, whatever flows for you, that's okay. I'll take the spot.
Man, it's always good to have James on. I told him I should have been heading to Hollywood somewhere because his life is so animated. But he was busy following and still following the first steps of carpentry and building trades, and that we kind of forced him into as kids.
True. You used to literally jump out the window to keep from working.
Let me tell you a story. He was so funny. He did. You guys, he was like the Flintstone cat. That's what I tell people. Jay, I put him on the job. Mm-hmm. This construction we talking about coming up. Keeping him out of trouble. I have him working with me. That's the only way he can see his dad, because I was kind of out there like he out there now.
All the time. We're always working, never not working.
But, we put him on the job. We be doing a big job, so I bring all my masters in. We be putting together. I leave and come back, and Jay would be gone. I say, where you at?
I gotta go too.
I go get him and put him back in there. He'll run back
again.
Through
the summer. It was other things. It was nice people that I needed to be.
Flintstone cat. But one thing about it now, I think he gets it because he's living off of it. Yeah.
Definitely. God
living good too.
God bless the trade. God bless the hands. But yeah, you definitely instilled that work ethic in me. Like, I remember it was a rule that if you had to get up and go and do something, I had to get up and go and do something.
I got that
I didn't
from my
necessarily have to go and work with you, but I was going to go and do something to earn my way. And that same work ethic sticks with me now when I go on projects and it's hard and the night starts to get long and you're like, ooh, I gotta get down this last screw these last couple of times.
And it's not always easy, is it?
No. Being your own boss seems a lot simpler on paper, and it looks a lot cuter when you're looking at people on Instagram and you're like, oh, they got the bag, they running with it, they got it, but you don't realize that like it's a lot of days that everybody
got to pay bills, bad got to pay men,
right?
Bad got to buy tools, so it's a lot, and that's in any business. Sometimes, and let me put it this way, and I'm kind of kicking it with the people out here. Sometimes life does get a little difficult. And if not, you wouldn't be living. You would just be prancing, standing up or something.
Yeah.
But because we're human in this human struggle, Jay, I know it's times when it doesn't seem like you're going to make it or you can make it. I'm just going to put it to you this way. And I've been meditating on this little bitty Psalms, and it says, if it had not been, Mama gave me this too, so I could feel her tingle when I talk about her old Psalms, because she stayed in it. If it had not been for the Lord, God, that was on my side, where would I be now? You know, eventually, you can do a lot of stuff. Your God, you know, I'm not discriminating about how you feel. This is how I feel because I've lived it. You know, I've been down and up. Mm-hmm. You know, but it's a point of maturity, I think, when you begin to understand that it wasn't you by yourself all alone. So carpentry gave me that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it takes a unit. It takes a whole unit to build anything. You can come in here and try to do this work by yourself, but you're going to break your body. Your body is a tool, and everybody else around you is a tool, and you have to know how to product place yourselves and others. But again, with what you're saying, there is points that you'll get to in all these different situations where your best friends will quit on you, your woman won't believe in you, the bills will get tight, the phone might not be ringing, and you're going to figure out and find different things, and you're going to have to walk through your faith in God and in yourself and knowing what's the right thing for you to get there, because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to tell you to quit.
Yeah, I'll try easier way or to go a different way than your destiny that you're walking in. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to tell you, just keep getting up, keep lifting up. I don't have to worry about Jen now because she got skills. No. Get you some skills. Prepare yourself for life. I mean, I think I used to look at school when I went to school, and during the years that I was never learning for them. I guess because Mama made me an entrepreneur with the coming up. I don't know about y'all. I'm giving you this. We still on entrepreneurship a little bit. We're gonna get into a little entertainment, but I'm kind of stuck right here because that spirit hit me. I remember coming up and she put us on ice cream trucks, and we'd ride around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And we would. The change at the end of the night would be so much change that when you helped to count it, you would get your own little pile of money, And I think I'm turning little Aiden out like that. We come around, money all over the floor. I say, what's that? That's my money tree. Leave it alone. But he'll get them some of it. But the thing is, you're actually grooming them. And I think that spoiled me to entrepreneurship because later, once you're used to getting your own money like that and doing something for it, it's hard to go backwards, man.
It's very, very hard. At this point, it's impossible. I can team up with you. I can come and be a part of your project. I can't come and punch your clock. And there's nothing against anybody that does that. We all have our spaces that we have to fill in this world. But with me, I know my capabilities. And to be able to say that everything I earn is contingent and dependent on me is a big thing. And the best thing that you've ever given me out of all the presents you ever given me was the skills and the know-with-all to be able to do this, because after you showed me carpentry, I went and learned electrical and plumbing, and heating and cooling, and I learned all these different things so I could take what you gave me and advance on it. And then I'm trying to work out that same thing with my son, because the same way you had me working and doing the little stuff that like seemed like the world to me, but now in hindsight, it was just the little stuff to keep me going and keep me busy. Those things showed me how to get my foot there. So now Aiden at 7 can lay tile.
Yeah, sure.
He can come in with me and work through projects, and he knows how to mix the mud. And no, I don't put him on the saws yet. Ladies, don't call CPS on me. He doesn't touch any saw. I have his little mask. He has his own gloves, his own little knee pads. He has his own little materials, because at the same time as I emphasize everything that they teach him in school, these are things that other people have to pay for. And I don't feel like through that level of nepotism that he should ever have to pay for that. That should be something he already comes in the door and can tell people at 13, oh yeah, well, I can.
Well, you're so intelligent. His nepotism and quarry is something. I'm like, well, I'm just saying, just real talk. You're a second generation entrepreneur and African American second generation entrepreneur. And that's not, we're just getting there. We're dealing with different races that may be 4th, 5th generation. That's all they know is entrepreneurship. But I'm going to tell you something. Working a job is good, too, because, and I'm not knocking that at all, because you have to be able to submit to someone else's leadership before you truly be a leader yourself. I'm saying that's even biblical, It's something about being a good servant that can make you a good master. But first, let's concentrate on being a servant right now in entrepreneurship and how we're moving as a people. I remember coming up, most of the stores we went in, and it's still kind of that way today, but it's a trend changing that most of the stores we went in, it was a man behind the counter that didn't look like you, wasn't your race, in other words, like that. It's still that way in stores and gas stations now, but it is a lot of new entrepreneurs out here in different businesses, whether it be clothing stores or hair salons or et cetera, et cetera. You can go down 7 Mile, which is a mecca for black businesses and I found that during the show. Because I had a whole month for entrepreneurship, and many people came in, and I was like, wow, I didn't even know you existed over there making computer parts or whatever.
Right, with a small sign. And then it's a bigger thing, especially what you're doing here, because it gives that light to those people that you never knew existed. And then we do that a lot in our neighborhoods. We just speed down 7 Mile, and we don't really look at what's going on. We don't sightsee in our own city, but there's
Avenue of Fashion over there.
Oh, that's crazy. Livernois is beautiful right now.
So it's how you look at it. Is the cup half empty or half full? I think that we have a lot of things going on that's positive. We're leading into a great new spirit, a great new season for entrepreneurship for Black people. Now, you know I'm an international player. In other words, some of my friends are Asian, Jamaican, Mexican, Hispanic. I go where I'm appreciated. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
But it's something, and I love them. But I'm speaking on right now having our own. Now, you know, back in my day, I mean, back when I was coming up, about Aiton's age, they had the riots and everything in '68. You had separate faucets and stuff they had to get over and all of that. I lived through that. You came after that, but that was still a generational growth. Now we're on the new set, aren't we? It's like now you can drink at any faucet, you can go anywhere. So I think equality is there, but freedom comes with some semblance of financial and spiritual independence. Financial independence, like you're doing, the second generation entrepreneur. That's important. All those stores I talk about in different cities like that, that's important. Right. Where do you see this generation, or how do you see them moving in the spirit of entrepreneurship for the next level, let's just say?
Well, currently, all my friends are business owners. Everybody that's in my close circle, everybody that's around me has something they're doing. They might come and work for other people. They might still have jobs, but they're all entrepreneurs because, one, there's the necessity. You're not going to make enough money working at somebody else's job to live the type of lifestyle that you want to, or you aspire to, or even you're accustomed to. So you're going to do different things. I mean, and then I think we're all waking up on that whole fact that we've been living our lives loyally running and helping manage and building other people's businesses, that if you got sick, would hire somebody to take over your place tomorrow. But with us as a people, I see there's so much more because there's more of a spiritual awakening going on right now. There's more of a financial awakening because there's a lot of things that you don't learn when you're in our local schools that have to do with finances that we've ignored and have had a cushion. But with things like I feel like the biggest thing that's made us do so much of our own self-employment right now is the state of the government, with our president being who he is and how he's already stated his disdain for us. It makes you realize that your boss is supporting that. That means that maybe I need to do something to carry my own crutch. But the independence is an amazing thing for us to have right now. I mean, and I'm not shadowing that the fact that we want to support everything Black, not because we don't want to support anything that's anything else. It's because we haven't had support for ourselves from anywhere else in so long.
It's almost scary, Jay.
Now we have to be at a point where you have to believe in yourself and be able to put that out there. And when you see other people that are successful at it, you know, there was a point when we were young, when I was younger, when if this guy's doing XYZ, he doesn't want you to know how he did it. It's a secret. I don't want you to know my formula. I don't want you to know any of the mix. So then you're dependent on him. But then he leaves behind after he passes away or is killed or however, or retires. That whole gap there in a system where somebody could have taken over that ball and taken that lead.
Yeah, I think he's trying to. You see, he on the thing. He on his own show. I'm gonna give it to him too. but I'm just saying that it's amazing the opportunities that sit before us today, and I'm gonna even like now, right now, you have to give respect to this platform. I mean, I love this company so much, WHPR, because RJ and his sons,
just 12 years.
And family have really dedicated a lot for us even to have this platform. And you know, I go different places, and don't get me wrong, it's different size media platforms in the world, I think global. But what really makes this place special to me is, for example, Sean Watkins, he's my director here. He keeps this together.
Very intelligent.
You got little RJ doing something out there. You got
always popping.
And RJ's presence is still here in every fiber. Henry Tyler. You know, it takes a lot of sacrifice to build something for the next generation. Now, if they take it and run with it and use it or not, I understand the sacrifice. You know that. Look, I came in. I'm talking from that's the broadcasting world. Now, in the construction world, I've came in the yard on the job and saw a pile of waste, cut up, messed up 2x4s, as tall as I am. But to me, it was like a big bite right then. But the generation came through that. You know, we have to be willing to accept losses, to keep the ball moving. When I look at the average Arab gas station or supermarket or whoever, Arab or whatever race that owns that building or whoever owns that building, I don't know if they made a profit that day or not. Now you understand that.
Oh, yeah.
They can see you working, but you may have took a loss that day because you
Just
broke
because
even
of
and
the
went
way it
under
goes.
on that job.
I mean, I was on a job just the other day. I had to buy a tool that cost me $90, and
More
I had
than
to
a job,
turn right around and buy another tool because one had gotten lost somewhere, and that one cost me $80. The job was only paying $350, and I have to pay the guy that's working with me $150. So I'm down to like $30 I've made for working all day, but
you worked for
I got
yourself.
the tools. My man got home and he made his little daily tuppence. I made my other tools. My name's still good in the business. We did the job that was set in front of us, and we'll continue on. Those people will turn around and tell their friends, hey, James came through and got the house nice and hot, and it was freezing in here.
Yep.
Or it was burning up in here, and they came and dropped my AC. Or I'll go back. I've actually gone and through different properties that have been purchased with us and through other people, I've seen kitchens that me and you have done 30 years ago.
Look at
and
that.
have had
Look
to
at
come
God.
back and said, this is my work. And like you, there's nothing in the world that's like that walking in 30 years later. Like this house,
Quit telling how old we are.
it looks so familiar. Like,
What a blessing. So what I'm saying is, and the point I'm making here, James, is that you don't really know if a business is profitable or not when you walk in it. So my measurement of success for a business isn't necessarily how much money you make, because I want to make money, but I've grown to understand through the maturity that every day you don't make money. And
It's
some
still a
days
day
when you
of
go in that
business.
supermarket, their freezer may have went down. They had to throw away all their stock and restock.
And that's
But
a
I think
loss.
the success comes in having the door open every day. You know, that you're open, your sign is still out there. They can still call you, still open for business. So when I go into a supermarket, we're not concerned with the employee stole out the cash register or the freezer broke down and you lost your stock. The
Right.
price of everything went up and you couldn't change your price because we wouldn't shop with you. I'm only concerned with how fresh the tomatoes are. You get what I'm saying?
That's it.
So
that's the only thing that matters.
so-
that
so-
the meat is red and not brown.
success is, and I'm throwing you something. Success is keeping the door open every day. Success is moving forward in your business. So, and I'm saying, that's why I say it's many days where you don't even know how you're going to make it. So business is a faith walk. Business is also entrepreneurship business, because you're that person out there. And I'll tell people, if they really ask me what's easier, it's easier if you get you a nice degree and make you six figures where you can work 8 hours or less a day.
Yep.
It's easier to keep a wife that way.
Oh God, it's so much easier. It's hard to sit there and say, baby, I'm gonna pay this bill. Look, don't worry. Look, inside this week, I'm gonna pay this bill. How? Don't worry. It's gonna be there. Look, by hook or crook, if I gotta go.
Ladies, have
Put it-
mercy. Have a little mercy. And men, have mercy, because there's female entrepreneurs that's out there doing it. I want to use the word banging, because they out there banging, making it happen too. But it takes a lot of understanding from your
Right,
mate.
and definitely.
Yeah.
And people that work 9 to 5 jobs don't really see and understand entrepreneurship the same type of way. And it's because it's just like somebody speaking French. You might get a couple of parts of it, but you don't really.
It's not
you
for
don't
everybody,
understand
though.
that
It
dialect.
shouldn't be for everybody.
And it's a different way. It makes your heart beat when you go out there and you earn for yourself. Or the fact that, like I said, my son is 7 and gainfully employed in a position that he'll never be fired from.
Right. That's absolutely true.
As long as he wants it, and if he doesn't want it, he can go ahead and do whatever else he wants to do. But he already has a knowledge of working and knowledge of what his father does and what his grandfather does and an involvement. And that's something that you can't go to Chrysler and say, okay, all this week I'm taking my kid with me. He'll be standing here and he's going to stamp the parts with me. So that's a big thing to me, being like more than any of the money, because we've been richer.
Let's Rich, I don't know what me, but let's bring this into light, man. If you could give an inspiration before we go to break, we got to hear from Total Home Improvement. Somebody help pay some bills, right? But before you go to break, we go to break, I want you to give a word to inspire someone that felt like you felt on your worst day. Walking around confused, couldn't get it together. Money was tight, but you still had to do it. And it's hard. It was a hard day to get through. What encouraged you? What can you tell them to encourage them out there?
We're at a point in our city, our state, and our country where you can literally come and do and be anything you want to be. And the cap is only what you set in front of you. There's been days where I've had to scoop poop, and there's been days where I've gotten paid to just tighten the screw. But that fluctuation inside there is what makes you really an animal and a competitor in this business. That's what gets you the respect. That fact that there's not people that can call and say, oh, they didn't finish our kitchen. No, we did it.
No, absolutely.
We did we might have went out of there with Band-Aids on our hands and black eyes, and we might have cussed each other out. It was a whole lot of days we didn't like each other. There was a whole lot of days we didn't like each other.
I always like you, but we just
I always love you. There's a difference. I always love you. I don't always like you. But that perseverance is the only thing that'll get you there. And even if you don't see anybody else watching you, people are watching you. People see what you're doing. People hear about you when you start putting your hands out there, because I didn't build my platform off of you.
Right.
I built mine off of me. I learned from you, and I was blessed by you, and you brought me up and you introduced me to people. But when I went and I decided to do this for myself and said, this is what I'm going to do, I said, I'm going to make a name that's not connected at all with where we've been, because I need to show myself that I can start from level 0 and go all the way up.
I'm laughing too, y'all, because I remember he used my name on everything. We're going to talk about that. We're going to take a quick break and get a sponsor to it here. But yeah, I'm going to talk about
You gave me the name.
I'm going to talk about the movie where he became James Torrance II. I was like, wait, who? That's me. We'll be right back, y'all.
You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion TV.
Total Home Improvement Company presents the Spring Blowout Special of the season. Remodel your kitchen, bathroom, basement, plus flooring specials for every room. Call 313-728-2025 for your free in-home estimate today. Mention this commercial and get 10% off your project. Call 313-728-2025. Remodel your home today. Total Home Improvement, the company you call for your home improvement needs.
You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion TV.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Look, on this section, Jay, I'm going to put on my Poindexter glass.
Oh, here we go.
Look, James, give out some of my business formulas. I say, hold up. That's a consulting show there, a consulting class. I just want to let you know something. I put these on, and, to talk about the different aspects of businesses that that we've been involved in. Construction has been a mainstay, and Jay's right in that. But also the entertainment business and the entertainment world has caught my interest, and I think I've been involved in that, my God, over 20 years now.
30.
Well, don't. but what I was trying to say, don't I look younger than you, man? Will you stop looking at me?
Look at it, look at it.
But listen, all I'm trying to say is, I'm going to talk a little bit about the industry, entertainment industry, how in Detroit right now, and also how it's relating to the world right now, and the opportunities in there. And I kind of separated them because they both are so big. And you may be interested in this industry. Maybe you're a singer, maybe you're an actress, maybe you're a producer of music or film projects. Maybe you want to get involved in the marketing aspect of the business, but
Entertainment law.
yeah, it's so
finances,
many.
accounting.
It's so many platforms that you can touch in this, and it's an industry that can pay you dividends. It's risky, but you know, train. I guess it starts with one. Train yourself, work yourself, and I use concepts of the Bible because the Bible in Timothy says, "Study to show thyself approved." In other words, that you ain't out there looking like a fool. You gotta know what you're doing. If you want to be a boss, I see a lot of boss potential people. There's no such thing as being a boss without having the next answer. That's like a captain that don't know where the ship is going. So the only way you're gonna know where the ship is going, Jay,
You have to know
is
the course.
to study, and it's a lot easier now, though. When I was coming up, I had to go and go to the library and find out and pick out a book on music production, the music industry, who's who. I mean, it took a lot of time just to get to the knowledge. Now, right, it's right there.
Thank you, technology.
I mean, it's nothing you can't do. I don't even know if Jay remember when I started doing films, and we were already in the business of. I think Jay had been on a couple of shows. He's always been there somewhere in the background. He'd been on a couple of shows where they were doing dancing or whatever in my younger production days.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna tell all the best, but
Yeah, the Detroit Talent Review.
But yeah, Detroit Talent. We're
Rap
bringing that back
explosion.
now because Detroit Talent Review TV is going to come back because right now, more than ever, I see that need and void to push that throughout Detroit again. And Detroit's brand, the world is ready for Detroit now. You see the difference in the people moving in and they happy in Detroit now.
Yeah, we have more supporters that come out to different things. Like, I remember with all the poetry shows and things like that, like days that nobody got paid. Like, everybody just had to be happy with it. Only people that got a couple of dollars was the bar. You know, and because it was such a starving artist type of a situation, like we would go back to the lofts and it'd just be like 30 different artists just sitting around with guitars and saxophones
And a
stuff,
peanut butter
like,
sandwich.
just-
It was no
and
money.
like
on
5 peanut butter sandwiches
Yeah.
between you get a jar. It was a whole thing. You come through like Santa Claus if you got a little bit of hamburger meat and things.
Yeah.
It was a whole thing, but there was that much. Detroit's always been a mecca for entertainment, for talent. Motown, everything else like that. But like now there's so much different variety because, like we were saying before, people aren't scared to live in who they are. People are expressing more instead of going with what we expect it to be or what we want it to be or this is how things should go. People are just saying, this is who I am, enjoy it or change the station, and that's beautiful here.
This
So-
is how the industry is going now. I love Motown, love Barry Gordy as Motown. His vision, his family's vision for building Motown. Now, there's a lot of other things going on with Motown right now, and that's fine. I know they're doing talent shows now, but I was told last night that that's not Motown Records. That's not Barry Gordy's industry there. So, I mean, that was kind of like, okay, well, it's still cool, but I'm just saying that right now, Detroit Talent Review TV will be looking at talent from all the major venues. And I know When I say major venues, if you have a talent type search, heck, you might even see me roll up at me and Jay might come up to some karaoke sets if you're hot enough and the artists are good enough, because talent is everywhere. I'm doing an experiment with a group called SIP. We got them going, and I'm taking them over on Tireman. TCBC had a Wednesday night jam. That's over on Tireman with Steve Maestro. Now, some of these bands, I'm going to let you know, they played for Enchantment, Dramatics. We had a guy there from Rare Earth, you know, Take to the Sky on a Natural. You remember all these songs? But they were there in studio with us last week. But the point I'm making is these guys are caught singing on the street. I think I was going through the gas station, and they came from Capuchin's Kitchen.
Okay.
And they were just in there just getting in their pop, but they were humming, and the guy sung a note, and I was like, wait a minute, I hear you, man. Let me hear that again. Turned out that these guys could sing a little bit. So I took them and brought them over to the Wednesday night jam with these high-level performances. The first night, I got to tell you, they got booed. They were like, what? Got heckled.
Yeah.
Don't let that bother you.
It's hard to get on the stage.
Don't let that bother you. I've gotten heckled before. It's no problem. But the next night, which was last Wednesday, they came back through with the young lady who signed with me as well, an Angel Star. But she came in and she blew an Erykah Badu song. If you follow me on Facebook on James Torrance II, 2 capital I's, not 3, or you're gonna get him.
No, I'm
Ooh.
James Yachtshot Torrance.
So it's that ain't okay. James.
If you see
it's hot, though.
Yachtshot, it's this one.
His stuff is hot, but it's
Yeah,
not
we
censored
love
as
him.
much. Let's say that. But so I posted it on there to show the difference. What I'm talking about is the possibilities of where we are in this industry right now. So we're looking for the artists, musicians in this world to be able to come in, and many of them have been on this platform. They were gracious enough to let me use this platform. And this platform helped raise up the Isaac Browns of the world, the Malcolm X Elliots of the world. Some of these guys that's really doing good in their entertainment factor with movies, or at least breaking through.
Definitely.
So it's a platform out here. So if you have a platform, I want you to tune into my Facebook at James Torrance II, or give me a direct call. I should let you get a pen and write it down. But while you're going to get a pen, I'm going to talk to James, because James has also followed the pursuit in this in a way. I'm like, whatever I do, he ain't going to do it. So I got to do good. I ain't got no choice. He'd be like, if I do something bad, he'd be like John Gotti or somebody. 'Cause he wouldn't do it on a low level. He'd take what I do and just explain it to the...
Yeah.
But now listen, which is good, which is cool. I'm cool with that, you know. I want my son to be better than me at these things I'm doing. RJ wants his sons to be better than him. It's not, and it takes a while to understand that, because first it's like, what? You ain't good as me, this, that thing. But the thing is that you grow to understand that he's passing the torch to me. And he's being gentle, because I burn my hand on it. Y'all might grab it by the fire until you learn to hold the torch at the bottom and balance it. It's a torch being passed to you guys out there. The entertainment world, listen, Motown left Detroit. They left and went to Cali or wherever they went.
Yeah.
The talent never left Detroit. We've been here grinding with talent for the last 15, 20 years. It's still here.
It's always been a hit factory.
And I'm glad that,
It's
and I
far
pray
back.
that Motown come back, because there's room for everybody.
I mean, even if
Either
they
way,
don't,
we got to do our thing.
we're still Motown.
Yeah, we
like,
still Motown.
even if, they take Motown Records and go somewhere else, we're still Motown.
Yeah.
This is Motor Town. We're literally the car manufacturer.
Every block somebody can sing.
Every
It's a
block.
church on every block.
There is a girl
So it's
in
a singer
every
in every
neighborhood
block.
that can sing. There's some dude on every block that can rap. Techno music came from here, the electric music, all these different platforms.
Special shout outs to Mike over on the Boulevard, Underground Records, Resistant Records, Techno Kings. My office was there once with them.
Doc
I love those
Colony.
guys.
Let's see. Oh God, there's so many of them.
It's so many. But the point I'm making is, the point I'm making is the big announcement. Detroit Talent Review TV is back. We're out looking for talent, doing our thing. I was out scouting at the Motown Museum's search that they're doing. I'm over on Tyron at the TCBC Conference Center every Wednesday. I'll be going through Missy Elliott, my girl Missy Elliott. She's down at Harbor House Wednesday nights when we finish. She's there late night. Champagne over at Burt's. I'm naming places that are known for real talent to come through, okay?
And then as you're mentioning your Wednesdays at TULC, after that, I also have a Wednesdays where we're also doing another network mixer. It's something like an after party that can be utilized for your situation as well. But we're doing all of the guys too. So we have the guys from, we have much love for Moolah Films. They're in the middle of filming their project right now. Our brother Shamar over there, Murder, Hell, all of them, they're doing amazing things. They just dropped that Birthday Behavior movie. They're in the middle of shooting another one, but those guys all come and they're mixing and mingling with us. Jackpot the Juice was at another one of our shoots, another one of our shows recently. We got a lot of love for him. There's so many different artists that are doing their thing on a huge level in Detroit. I'm loving what the comedians are doing because they're showing it doesn't just have to be a stand-up show. They're like, I'm funny every day, and they're popping out so much different stuff. There's always content. The different producers that are doing different things. These beats that are coming from here right now are things that are like so far past futuristic. It's amazing stuff that is just being cooked around the city right now. But like when we're over at the complex at 3800 Puritan, we do the same thing. We're doing your thing, but we're doing it a little bit younger. So you have your guys that are coming in and they're doing more of that dramatics, that Motown sound. We got our bands that are coming in and they're doing like they're doing neo soul and they're doing like that neo classical, which is like crazy to me because they're using electrical instruments, making classical music with it. Those brothers coming on doing all that different stuff. The more we're a little bit younger, we're a little bit more gritty over there. So
well, and that's beautiful.
But you taught me that.
But what I'm trying to say is, I'm all guys. My team, I'm a facilitator.
Definitely.
This whole channel is a facilitator for your talent. If you have something hot, we want to help you get your own TV shows. We want to help you get your own media off. I've got Jason here. I want to launch him off a platform here and whatever. But for the cost it takes to do a TV show here, and hopefully you'll become part of, or you might take over Detroit Talent Review TV. I don't know, but I mean it's there. I can't do everything, but I do want to see it done.
Definitely.
And I think that as we build containers for different systems, that's why we put it that way. If you're ocean, you contain a lot of lakes and rivers, and so it's respect to know that it's enough room out here for everybody. And so, and I'm gonna have Sean. Sean came. He making shirts. You got to get up here to the TV station. Sean Watkins making shirts, and one of them said generational wealth, and it was talking about what we were just talking about. We need to set up for this generational wealth, but not just wealth, knowledge. Knowledge is your power. So we want to do this while we can connect with each other to make sure this generation get all we got and the next generation get all they got. And what a blessing it is to have a media outlet like this, arms like this, to be able to say what you want to say. It stood the test of time. It's a black-owned TV station within itself. Everyone that's been on here, from the Youngs, Coleman Young, his mama, on down to the entertainment platforms. It's a beautiful lady, Miss Perry, comes on before me. I mean, I'm just giving shout-outs, stepping out over here. It's just a different system. RJ still got a show on here, if you're fake friends. So I'm just saying it's all there. What am I saying about this in the entertainment industry from Detroit? we're going to be a brand stamp for all of this entertainment that's coming out. I'm going to be searching for the best talent. There's a City Stars Music Studio is working with us now. It's a producer that's willing to work with us as we bring in talent. And he's working with this talent on a fraction of the price that they were paying most studios, and he's good. And so people are bending over. I think everybody knows it's time for something special to be going down. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we're blossoming greatly in all our different avenues. Like, you look at our downtown, I mean, we've gone a long way from the Detroit that you used to know. Like, Cass Corridor used to be horrendous, and you didn't want to be there.
Right,
in the
it
daytime.
was. Now you can't even get
You can't even get an apartment down there for under, like, what,
can't even rent a
1500?
room down there, you know, and they had rooms.
They're booked. They're booked. Everything's booked. Don't worry
room,
about it. No,
room would be like $2,000 a month or something. You can't even get a room, man. But this is where we at. Special shout outs to my man Eric Realright Productions. I'm not a hater. I'm a lover of different people I've connected. Hatari Jumbi, still my man. You know, if the relationship goes sour, that's only a temporary thing. You know, because if you really in the grind, if you're in the trenches, you don't have to like everybody every day to be in the Army. But I'm gonna tell you what, when bullets go to flying and y'all in that foxhole, you get real close, real fast. You understand? Because you are not the enemy. We are the family. You know, a couple of things surprised me with some of the level that the bosses and players think on. But that's not just in Detroit, because most people think exclusive. This is me. We're not exclusive to anything, in my opinion. I don't own this stuff. I don't own talent. Come from God. I don't own you. I don't own you. I don't even own my talent. It's only lent to me, you know, so I can use it for the good of somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I
so
mean,
that's the utility of talent and the gifts.
We really need to try to work on getting that universal understanding of that as a whole in these different industries, and like without prejudice, say that we're going to muscle out people that are going to sit here and just extort people for the talent they have. There's a lot of people that are different artists that have come to me and told me about different ways and different people that are treating them horribly and unfairly throughout this, between music and actors and models and even the producers. And
let's do a shame on you.
Oh, I'm not.
We're gonna start a shame on you segment. Watch out, y'all.
We gotta talk. We gotta talk to a lawyer before we do that. You
That's
gotta
what people on their game. It's gonna be a shame on you when you playing those silly games.
Yeah.
But let's keep looking up though. And listen, I'm gonna get back on my pulpit for a minute because I want to let you know something. Just bear with me on this one, Jay. I opened up saying, you know, I meditate on the Psalms. I try to live them, so I'm not so much preaching all the time, but I try to live it and make people a part of it and bring it out in them, because I know me and Jay have been in situations, and if God wasn't really on our side, we wouldn't have made it through. And I know there's so many other people out there, even to my brothers that may see me, and sisters out there that's locked up, confined, away. I'm going to tell you something. God is still on your side. Even if you're in a situation of bondage like that, or even if you find yourself with your lights off today, or you're going through real struggles of life, because I don't want to be like, hey, we just the glitz and glamour. We've been blessed a little bit to have a little bit. Don't get me wrong.
We've been blessed a lot to have a little bit.
And so, you know, but I'm always trying to be mindful of that. That's why I love when I can go over to the Capuchin's kitchens, to my peeps over there. Y'all know what's up. And or the soup kitchens, and just go in and you know, in my jeans and shirt, and we sit down. I'm just like, and we breaking bread, man. That's the real love, and get the thoughts of the people that's really out here grinding and find themselves in struggle.
Right. Now, see, and the way you're doing that, I love that. I'm looking more at the kids, so we can try to curve all this before we even get there.
Love it.
I think there's a lot of people out here that just really never had anybody as guidance. And then I remember back, like, even as a kid, when you would bring in different grown men that were like, I can't hammer a nail, or different, like, you know, different guys that were all around my age that were like, I just want to be doing something that's not selling dope or breaking into houses or breaking into cars.
You ain't got to sell dope when you got hope.
Right. Well, you don't have to sell dope when you got skills.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But
You got hope. Skills are your hope.
yeah, but with
You know.
that, I have a reading program that I'm really working on putting together. I've been talking with some different people, but I want to do a reading program that's also like an Actors Academy. So yes, we want to trick your kids into learning how to read better and to being more studious in the student things by letting them know that they have talent that can be used in acting and different things.
Yeah, send them some skits and plays and even maybe a couple of
Right.
shows.
I mean, and then like, well, with the things, I don't want to give away too much, but I want to use things with movies that they already know, they're already familiar with, and costumes and things like that. But it's a thing. I'm working on it. It's not there, and you always told me don't give away nothing until you got something. So,
Well, that's powerful.
always
That's
something.
powerful. But that's powerful, and I love your ambition to work with the kids. You know, that's always been one of my weak spots. I have a weak spots for the young people coming up, and I thank God for the successes we've had working with different kid organizations, young people organizations, and I love what happened with the choir on American Got Talent, where Detroit Youth Choir showed up. But there's so many other choirs over there. I've worked with Mosaic Choir, dancing groups, El Noor African Dance with Mama Ai over there, and that's how I don't know if I met her first. I met Dominique Brown first. No, I met Dominique, then met them. But it's just the idea of Disney out there. So it goes from zero all the way up to Hollywood. That our thumbprint has been on, and I'm just saying that that's nothing but being blessed, man, and
Tyler
being
Perry
a part
with
of
his
things.
first studio, and that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing.
It's huge.
First
Big ups to
all-black
Tyler
studio
Perry.
with no connections to anything else. He has literally made the whole new brand. He's made. The
While we
next
were
level
playing and laughing at him in the dress,
right, the
Medea,
guy in the dress just bought.
he
the
was going
biggest-
all the way laughing to the bank, and now has a studio that's
How you
a
do?
world-class studio. How you doing, right? And I'm like, it's powerful, man. And so your day is
But it's
here.
a blessing.
Do
Yes,
not
it
sit
is.
on your opportunities. I want you to give them your number again, James, while we're still on air. Your email.
Let's do the Instagram. Let's see. The Instagram is Yachtshot, YACHTSHOTE. The Facebook is James Yachtshot Torrance, YACHTSHOTE Torrance, TORRENCE. Anytime you type in Yachtshot, you're gonna get me. I'm the only Yachtshot. There's some company out here that's 2 words, Yachtshot, and they sell boats, and we've talked. But anytime you type in Yachtshot on these social media platforms, they'll bring me right up. I always answer inboxes and direct mails, all that good stuff. You don't have to send nudes. That's fine. Keep your clothes on. Let's talk business.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that. You woke me up. Listen, special shout outs to my peoples on Wednesday nights, still doing the jam session, looking for talent. If you got talent, go over to 8031 Tyron. Don't forget to come over on Puritan Street. What's the address there, Jay?
3800 Puritan.
3800 Puritan.
All of that stuff. We're doing the network mixer. You can jump up, grab some of that microphone or not. There's always games going on. We have a date night coming up. We have speed dating that goes on there on a regular basis on the Wednesdays. Let's see. The day before Thanksgiving, we're having a very large ball with our live band and the trivia, speed dating. There's some live artists that are going to be going on there. So if you coming home for the holidays, come and hang out with me. We'll leave the light on.
Yeah, the last one, I'll turn it off, though. But listen, we're working on some things, though, you guys. So it's a great, I must say, Golden World, Miss Golden World pageant. I'll be in Cali for that, the November the 1st through the 3rd.
That's
And
gonna
when
be
we
awesome.
come back, we'll be starting our casting call for that movie, the nail shop. We're getting it in. It's not going anywhere. I just refuse to do things half-step now. So we're working on the budget for that movie. We have people that say that they're really interested. We're putting the scissor reel together for them and things like that. I'm going to tell you, if I can't do it the way that I envision do it, I'll just hold off and let someone else do that piece. We love you guys. Guess what? You've been watching United Gospel Explosion TV. Hey, from the floor to the ceiling, we love you. Peace.
You're watching United Gospel Explosion. United Gospel Explosion TV.
See, I'm a gangster with God and I'm spreading the word. Truth be told, that's right, truth be heard. No matter what your gift is, it's made to see. So give it up for victory. Gospel Explosion TV. Gospel Explosion TV. Gospel Explosion.
Hi, this is LaWanda,
This is R.J. Watkins.
coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you, because you know healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy to get your